And a good afternoon from San Antonio, Texas, and the joint base here in Lackland. It's time for the consolation bronze game in the 2017 Armed Forces Sports Men's Basketball Tournament. Today it's Navy coming in at 2-4, taking on the Marines at 2-3. Hi everybody, Chris Shima, glad to be with you to bring this one earlier today. The Air Force women winning bronze over the Marines. So nearing the midway point here of this final day, let's meet the starting lineups. First for the Navy team, head coach 04 Micah Bonner starting. Number 3, E4 Derek Sumter. Number 5, E4 Markel Delancey. Number 12, E4 Troy Snyder. Number 15, 03 Mark Veazey. And number 24, that's E4 Akeem Anderson. Now the starters for the Marines. Head coach Master Gunnery Sergeant Alonzo Higginson starting. Number 1, Sergeant Dominic Moody. Number 3, Sergeant Montonio Keenan. Number 5, First Lieutenant Kevin Alter. Number 12, Sergeant Jordan Johnson. And number 24, Corporal Domenico Jacobs. The Marines coming off a 75-61 loss against the Air Force yesterday, held under 30% shooting in that second half. And Keenan had 13 points, Alter and 12 with that. Navy lost Army 84-73 yesterday, 16 turnovers in that game. Army went to the line 32 times, hit 28 free throws. Veazey had 16, Snyder with 15 for Navy. These two teams meeting for the second time here in this tournament. And for the Marines, they beat Navy on the second, 92-76, and then lost to Navy a couple of days ago, 80-70. So both of these teams meeting for the third time. Winner gets bronze. Last year, Navy finished with the bronze, trying to do so again here in 2017. It's the Marine Corps in the white and red and Navy in their blue, as we're underway with the Marines having first possession. Keenan floats it up, no. Gets the offensive rebound back. Johnson for 3, can't get it. So the Marines start 0 for 2. Can the Marines hit shots? They've had some tough shooting games here in this tournament, but when they've been on, they have won. Underneath, Veazey gets it to go. Mark Veazey putting his team on the board. Mark Veazey, so far here today in this tournament, I should say, as Johnson ties it at 2. Playing an excellent tournament. Veazey, 14.3 points per ball game. Veazey shooting 59% from the field, over 7 rebounds per game. Step back by Anderson is no good. Moody's got the board for the Marines. Don't forget, folks, we have the YouTube chat going today. If you want to give us a shout, love to hear from you. Be a part of the broadcast. No reason to make me do all the work now, is there? Alter to the bucket. Stewart baseline shot rims in, and the Marines lead it 4-2. In the Marines' victory over Navy on Thursday, they shot 47%, made 14 three-pointers. Keenan had 22, Morales had 19. In Navy's victory over the Marines on Sunday, they shot 44%, had 8 steals. Sumter had 21, Jones had 16, Veazey and Snyder 11 each, and Delancey had 10. Sumter directing traffic as he's guarded by Moody in the man-to-man. Troy Snyder on the right side. Here's Anderson in the corner. Back to Snyder. Snyder, couple of fakes, and gets the bucket to go. We are even here in the early going at 4. Johnson gets it to Alter. Alter to the bucket, right around the defense. Quick to the bucket has been Kevin Alter. He's also hit a lot of three-point bombs here in this tournament, giving his team a 2-point advantage. Delancey on the right. Here's Troy Snyder. Snyder to the free throw stripe. That grazes the rim, and that's all. And I believe it's going to be an offensive foul called on Navy. Alter comes out. Juwan Gaddison, an early sub for Alonzo Higginson. Gaddison averaging just a minute and a half per game. He's playing in his 5th game here. He's got it on the right wing. Johnson top of the key. On the right block. That was too strong for Stewart. So here comes Navy. It's Sumter on the far side of your screen. Sumter, we talked about his scoring as he feeds it to Veazey for the missed shot. Veazey tips it back up and in, though. We're tied at 6. Sumter for Navy also has 33 assists so far in the tournament. Strong to the bucket, unable to get it to go. Moody. Johnson tried to tip it up. Here's Keenan, gets it back to him. Over in the corner, that 3 up and good. Oh, it's a 2. His foot was on the line. So Gaddison connects. Gaddison came in with 7 points. Hits his first field goal. Here's Troy Snyder burying the triple. Navy back up by 1 here. 4 minutes in to this opening half. Johnson. Moody calls the play. It's through the hands of Johnson. A steal by Anderson. Sumter looks to push. Marine Corps getting back on defense. Sumter swings it left wing. 3 is short from Snyder. And here comes the Marines. Moody alley-oop, and it goes off the rim. Looking for the high flyer, Stewart. Delancey's bounce pass taken away. Good defense by Keenan. Out to Stewart. Throw it down with the right hand. So the Marines lead 10-9, and Navy will bring in a host of subs out of this timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Let's set the 5 on the floor for Navy. You bring in a host of subs. Number 11, Larry Okamina coming in. Also number 1, William Sadiq Arthur. Number 10, Steven Sider. Number 4, Deontay Jones. And number 13, Joshua Arnold. So that's the 5 on the floor for Navy as they bring in a second set. You know, 7 games in 7 days. We've seen everybody get an opportunity for all 8 teams here in the men's and women's side. Okamina gets the friendly roll. Let's get that off your scoreboard. Sorry about that, folks. So 11-10 is the score as Okamina scores. Driving is Johnson. It's blocked, taken away. Arnold comes up with it. Quickly Jones. Driving Sadiq Arthur, missed it short. Rebound controlled by Brown. So the Marines going into their bench. Jacob Brown on the floor with Moody and Keenan, also Johnson and Gaddison. It's a steal by Johnson. I want to get a black light in here and get them on Johnson's shoes because I bet it would look really cool. Gaddison on the right side. Those fluorescent yellow. Keenan gets the friendly roll. Back and forth affair here in the early going. We are 6 minutes and change into this first half. 12-11 the Marines. Now it's a steal. Here's Moody. Moody lost the dribble. Still 3-on-2 Gets it to Brown, can't get it to go. Brown, second effort, no good, and rebound controlled by Arnold. Arnold has it poked away. Keenan and Snyder, and they're going to call a foul on Sider, I believe. Michael Morales coming in for the Marines. He'll replace Johnson. So both teams deep into their bench here in the first part of this first half. Moody on the far side, guarded by Sadiq Arthur. Moody, the bounce pass to Brown. Brown puts it up short. Rebound, Okamina. Look out. Trouble with that. Sadiq Arthur looked like he traveled. Sider drives in. Nice pass, Okamina, but before that, Sider called for the offensive foul. So here come the starters for Navy. Number 3 is Sumter, number 5 Delancey, number 12 Snyder, number 5 Veazey, number 15 is Veazey, and number 24 Anderson. Just past 7 minutes in, Morales for the Marines. Bounce pass to Moody, back to Morales. Moody for 3. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Gaddison. Here's Keenan to catch and shoot. Around the rim, no. And Veazey with the board. Veazey, pass almost intercepted. Driving in Delancey. Here's Troy Snyder in the corner. Bounce passes, taken away, Gaddison, but he threw it out of bounds. So things a bit herky-jerky right now. And Navy will get it back. I'm running out of words. Coming into the game is Domenico Jacobs. He'll replace Sean Stewart for the Marines. Veazey on the elbow, triple team. He'll bring it out. Anderson, couple of fakes, rejected by Keenan. Moody throws for Morales. Morales on Veazey, or Veazey on Morales. Moody, top of the key, left side Gaddison. Gaddison to the free throw stripe, no, but he's fouled and will go to the line. Gaddison 2 out of 4 from the charity stripe. And the first one goes in and out. Jones back out there for Navy and for the Marines. Lundell Lennon on for the first time. Second one is good, so the Marines by 2. 14 fouls for Navy, and that's going to be the first on the Marines, called on Gaddison. Baptiste will come into the game. Gaddison will come out. So Baptiste in for the first time. All 12 players have played so far for the Marines. Veazey called for steps. Turnover will give the ball back. Both of these teams splitting the round robin, as I mentioned. Lennon over to Jacobs. Swung to Baptiste. Bounce pass to Lennon, over Veazey, got it to go. The Marines by 4 here in the first 9 minutes. Underneath, Veazey lays it up and in. Mark Veazey played at Navy for 4 years. 2011 was his senior year. Averaged a block a game in 114 games in his collegiate career, 6 points. 50% shooter, 6'11" from Atlanta, Georgia. Hotlanta, as they like to say. Steal by Delancey. Delancey is going to be fouled. That's team foul number 2 on the Marines. So far, their basketball team in Atlanta is hot garbage. I'll just stop with that. I'll stop. So it'll be Jacobs to inbound. Turnaround shot by Veazey. Rebound controlled by Morales. Here comes the Marines. Jacobs into the forecourt. Pull up from the half circle. Missed it short. Sumter to board. Sumter to Snyder. Leaves it for Veazey. Lays it off the glass. We are tied at 15. Timeout. The Marines ask for 30 seconds, so we'll be right back. Welcome back to San Antonio. Navy shooting 47%, the Marines 37%. We're tied at 15. Kirishima, glad to be back with you. Mark Veazey, 8 points, 4 rebounds already, leading all scorers. 5 points for Troy Snyder, so 13 of the 15 scored by those two gentlemen. Sean Stewart with 4 points for the Marines. The Marines have played all 12 players so far here in this one. Brian Baptiste will go to the line, shoot a couple. Baptiste 5 out of 7 here in the tournament. Good on the first one. Gaddison coming back in. Coming out for the Marines is Dominique Moody. Kevin Alter started this game, but we have not seen him since the opening minutes. He played a couple, came out. I wonder if he tweaked something. He's over on the bench standing, so he appears to be okay. Sumter into the forecourt. The Marines by 2. Sumter gets it back from Snyder to 3, no good. Veazey trying to tip it to himself, but it's going to go out of bounds. Morales. Baptiste will bring it into the forecourt for the Marines. The Marines went 0-7 last year in this tournament. They lost by an average margin of 26 points per ball game. Different story here in 2017. The team with 6 returning players, half of their team is back. That's the most of any team in this tournament, and it has shown. Baptiste at the line. Money on the first. Okamina coming back in for Veazey, a deserved break for him. 6 team fouls on Navy, just 2 for the Marines. Baptiste missed it short. Got the offensive rebound. Boy, you hate that. If you're a coach, that is a pet peeve. You have to box out the shooter on free throws. Baptiste makes him pay as he feeds Lennon for the bucket. Marines by 5, approaching 9 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Jones guarded by Morales. Snyder on the right wing. Top of the key, Brady has come in, so it's Nehemiah Brady from Jacksonville, Florida coming in. Coming in for the Marines, Jordan Johnson returns for Morales. Jones the inbound for Navy. Third team foul on the Marines. Jones for three, yes. And if he gets it going, look out. Deontay Jones, 46% from behind the arc here in this tournament. Oh no, Gaddison, mental error as he had trouble with the pass. Sumter calls out a play as he brings it into the forecourt. Derek Sumter to the bucket, leaves it, and unselfish play. Troy Snyder, his defender, came to help on Sumter, and Sumter, as I mentioned, one of the top assist men for Navy, is 34th. Out on the run, here's Jones, yes. A 7-0 run for Navy after the Marines went up by 5. Jacobs with the fake, drives in, pass deflected. Lennon the putback, no. Jones the rebound, and he is called for a foul, but I think he got the pass away before he fell completely to the ground. The officials disagree, though, and they're the only ones that matter, so it'll be Baptista inbound. Moody back out there. Gaddison will go to the bench. Anderson in for Navy, and Snyder will depart. Baptista inbound to Moody. Over on the bench, Coach Higginson calling out a play. Lennon with 7.5 remaining, pass deflected on the double team. Good defense, Okamina. Jones into the forecourt, steps into a three, got it to go. 25-20. Jones, couple of three-pointers, and the score is flipped on a 10-0 run. Jacobs on the left wing. 10 to shoot now for the Marines. Driving is Moody, floats it up and in. First field goal in the last couple of minutes for the Marines. Sumter, the step back, thought about the three. Instead, Delancey looking for Okamina and a scrum for it. Jump ball called, and we'll stay on this end of the court. Hey, it's the men and women in Afghanistan watching on the YouTube chat. Hi to James and everybody rooting on. I guess they're enjoying this one, getting set for the Army Championship game tonight. So, hi to those folks. Glad to be with you. Jones to inbound it. Okamina, the turnaround shot off the back of the rim. Rebound controlled by Jacobs. That's going to be poked out of bounds. Coming in is VZ, coming out is Okamina. By the way, it's 1:58 where James and everybody's watching. So you all have a little bit of time to wait before the Army game. That's going to be early morning for you. Jacobs threw it away, so the ball goes back to Navy. 1:58 a.m. is about the time I'm shutting it down for the day. Sumter turns on the Jets. Nice pass to Anderson, counted in the foul. So Akeem Anderson will try to complete the old school three-point play. How about the unselfish play for Derek Sumter here today? Sumter, no points yet, but he's accounted for several easy scores for Navy. Akeem Anderson, 43% from the free throw line. Missed that one short. Rebound controlled by Johnson. Jacobs on the right side. Here's Baptiste. Keenan's come back in. Moody now from Baptiste. Moody to the bucket. Yes! Nope. Offensive foul. He was outside the restricted area, and Jones took the charge for Navy. 16 fouls on Navy as the Marines are called for their 15th foul here in the first half. That's the first, by the way, on Moody. Sumter into the forecourt. Sumter top of the key, guarded by Keenan. Out to Jones. Jones, step back. Defender Johnson did a nice job to stay with him. Johnson's played well on him. Moody to the bucket on the spin move, rejected and taken away by Navy. Here comes Sumter. Delancey. And a foul called on the Marines. That's going to be their 6th. So both teams will be in the bonus on the next defensive set fouls over the final 5:09. Troy Snyder in for Navy and Sean Stewart for the Marines. Troy Snyder coming into the game, replacing Jones. Veazey, it was, believe it or not, that pass was too high for him. Stewart on the run out from Moody. 27-24, Navy by 3. Inside 5 to play here in the bronze game. Delancey the reverse, missed it short. Rebound taken away by Anderson. Anderson fouled, so he'll get 2 shots. So Anderson gets 2 as Navy goes into the bonus. First one in and out. Lennon coming back in for the Marines. Jacobs will come out. Jacobs, 1 out of 2. So the lead is 4. Navy and the Marines meeting for the 3rd time. Marines winning by 16 on Thursday, and Navy winning by 10 on Sunday. Both teams shot 44% in their respective wins. Full court to Anderson from Snyder, and Anderson gets it to go. This is Navy's, I believe, biggest lead at 6. They led by 5, 25, or excuse me. Well, I don't remember. Let's take a look at the stats. Yeah, it was Navy by 5. The Marines have led by as many as 4. Mark Veazey, 8 points, 7 for Troy Snyder, 8 off the bench for Deontay Jones. Balanced scoring for the Marines. Stewart's got 6. 2 apiece for a lot of other guys, 2, 3, and 4. Turnovers abound here in this first half as the turnovers back-to-back. Underneath that pass for Johnson, tipped and taken away And I can hear over on the Marine side just a long, drawn-out no from Coach Higginson as the Marines turn it over. Akeem Anderson fakes, drives, and scores. So Navy expands on its biggest lead. Timeout by the Marines. 3:09 left to go. We will step aside here late in this first half with Navy up by 8. .309 left to go in the opening half, 32-24, Navy by 8. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Our friend James in Afghanistan is wondering about Mark Veazey, number 15 for Navy. No, he didn't play last year for Navy. I don't know why. He played at the Naval Academy Division I ball for 4 years from 2007 to 2011. Gaddison back out there for the Marines. Almost lost the handle, but got it back and scored. Delay a game warning then called on Gaddison. Both teams in the bonus over the final 2:53 of this first half. It's the bronze medal game. Navy and the Marines doing work here this afternoon in Texas. And away from the ball, an offensive foul is called. And it's called on Delancey. Gaddison into the forecourt and need to set the clock, so took a second off of the clock, and now Morales will inbound. Gaddison into the forecourt. Marines led by 4. Navy going on a run here to close out the half as they force another turnover. Sumter into the forecourt. Sumter crossover, drives in, looks at a cutter. Veazey, yes, and a foul. And Veazey is down. So Veazey got tripped up. No harm intended. He stays down. So we will take an injury timeout with 2:10 left in the opening quarter. We'll be right back. So Veazey being helped up, and it looks like he's okay, so that's good news. Navy will call timeout, let Veazey get looked at, so we will step aside again with 2:10 left to go here in this opening half. So VZ okay out of the timeout. He'll go to the line, try to complete the old school three-point play. He does. And good to see him doing all right. Biggest lead of the afternoon for Navy, 35-26. Sean Stewart underneath Morales lays it up and in for the Marine Corps. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you here in San Antonio. Inside 2 minutes to play in the opening half. Delancey goes to the right side, to the bucket, and scores over Morales. Again, we have not seen Kevin Alter since the opening minutes. Keenan's been pretty quiet today. Jacobs hasn't played much. Stewart for three, gets it to go. Sean Stewart, his first three-pointer. Sumter, Snyder on the left wing. VZ rejected by Sean Stewart. Anderson, no. And Lennon able to collect the rebound. Underneath, Lennon got mugged, so he'll go to the line for two. Both teams are in the bonus, but they'll give Lennon 2 shots here. Lennon 4 of 8 coming in the play today from the charity stripe in the first. Both teams at 2 and 4. The Marines had a chance to go to the championship game, but they went cold in the second half yesterday against the Air Force, and the Air Force won by 14 points. Both free throws missed, and another offensive rebound off of a free throw miss for the Marines. That'll be something addressed in the locker room for Navy. Traveling is the call on Lennon, so Navy will get it back. Anderson to inbound it. Sumter into the forecourt. Akeem Anderson thought about the step back, instead threw a bad pass. Luckily for him, though, it was deflected out of bounds. So 19 on the shot clock, 25.8 on the game clock. Late in this first half. Sumter gets a screen. And away, all the way across the court, they call an illegal screen. I mean, the guy on the opposite end should be the one to make that call, and he was fine with it. But he got overruled. So Anderson will come out. Arnold coming in for him. Moody back out there for the Marines. Keenan into the forecourt. Keenan to the bucket, can't get it to go. Tipped up and in. Yes, and the foul for Morales. So Morales will go to the line, try to complete an old school three-point play. Troy Snyder picking up his first free throw in the tournament for Morales, who's seeing extended playing time for the Marines. That shot is good. And Navy going to bring in Jones. Not a bad idea for Micah Bonner here. Get the sharpshooter Jones in for the final 16 seconds. Jones will inbound. Pressure being shown by the Marines. Sumter into the forecourt. Sumter goes right to the bucket. It's blocked out of bounds. Navy still has 3 seconds to work with here. That three, no. Put back by Jones, yes. And the first half comes to an end. Navy takes a 5-point lead into the locker room here at halftime of the bronze medal game between the Marines and Navy. We'll go away for 15 minutes. Take a power nap if you're in Afghanistan. We'll come back and bring you the second half here in just a little bit. 39-34 Navy as we get set to start this second half here in the bronze game for the men. Championship games coming up 20 minutes after this one is over. It'll be Army and Navy for the women, followed by Air Force and Army for the men. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. First half stats, 52% shooting for the Navy team, 45% for the Marines. Rebounding even at 18. Points in the paint, 20-20, 28-20, favor of Navy. 12 turnovers for Navy, 13 for the Marines. 9 steals for Navy, 7 for the Marines. 3 blocks for the Marines, 1 for Navy. Leading scorers at the half, 2 players in double figures for Navy, led by Mark Veazey, 5 of 9, 11 points, 4 rebounds. Deontay Jones, 4 of 5 shooting, he's got 10. 7 points for Troy Snyder and 7 for Akeem Anderson. Meanwhile, for the Marines, 9 points for Sean Stewart on 4 of 5 shooting. 5 points apiece for Gaddison and Morales. Those are your numbers after the first 20 minutes. Again, for the Marines, we have not seen Kevin Alter since the opening couple of minutes. There must be something wrong with him. So Gaddison has filled in for him for the Marines. Sumter goes to the bucket, can't get it to go. Good box out by Stewart to pull down the rebound. Moody into the forecourt. Gaddison for 3, missed it short. Stewart the rebound, back out, Gaddison, yes. So the lead is 2. Navy has led by as many as 9. The Marines have led by as many as 4. Sumter gets it to go in the lane. 4-point game. Delay a game called on Navy. So each team with a delay of game warning so far in this one. Here's Stewart throwing it down with the right hand. Two-point game again. Snyder. Here's Sumter, turnaround shot, yes. Gaddison. Here's Keenan. Keenan steps to the elbow and buries the jumper. Montonio Keenan just 1 of 5 in the first half. He's got 4 points as he gets his first one to go. Stewart. Keenan gets it to Johnson, who blows it. Veazey missed it short. Anderson the rebound. It's deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Marines. Out is Johnson. Coming in is Michael Morales for the Marines. Anderson the inbound in the corner. Sumter in, rejected by Stewart. Sean Stewart with his second block here today. Came in with 4 in the tournament. He's up to 6 now. Anderson can't get it to go. Gaddison skies it into the forecourt for Moody. Moody rocket pass to Keenan. Keenan over Veazey, no. And Anderson collects. Navy pushing. Here's Snyder. Delancey. Now Anderson from Delancey lays it up short. Sean Stewart with the board. Throws full court. Gaddison is back. No. Gaddison's second effort, no, and he got bailed out by a foul. The Marines have missed some easy ones to start off this second half. Snyder picking up his first foul of the second half. James Dix asking who's going to be the all-tourney team for the men and women. Boy, that's a hard one. I mean, in this game, you've got Sumter, Jones, Veazey, and Snyder, 4 people who could easily be on that team for Navy. And, you know, Keenan and Alter and DeQuan Isaiah, who we haven't seen at all today for the Marines. Another guy, you know, who could be at. So there's, you know, there's 7 or 8 right there from just this game that could be on those teams. Glad it's not my decision. Gaddison for 3, yes. So the Marines, good starts. An 11-4 extended run here in this opening half, or in the second half. Moody pulls up. Moody for 3. And the Marines take their biggest lead of the afternoon. To the bucket, Delancey draws the foul. So both teams with the team foul here in the first 3.5 minutes. Army and Navy for the women's championship coming up at approximately 5 p.m. local time. Coming in for Gaddison is Baptiste. So no Alter today, and we haven't seen DeQuan Isaiah for the Marines. Sumter went for the steal. Let's see if the Marines try to push. Moody underneath the alley-oop. Stewart missed it short, and Stewart with the frustration foul. So it'll be Navy basketball. They called it jump ball? Boy, I thought for sure that would be a foul. Veazey with the bucket, and the lead down to 3, so it was a jump ball, I guess. Timeout by the Marines will go away. 16:03 left to go here in this ball game. And a tight finish expected. Don't go too far. Marines with the basketball. They lead by 3, just underway here in this second half. Of course, Shima, glad to be back with you here in San Antonio. Keenan flips it up and in. The Navy's led by as many as 9. This matches the biggest lead for the Marine Corps. Veazey over a... Veazey getting it over several defenders. Moody with the crossover. His bounce pass off the mark, though. Anderson was ready for it. Anderson with the steal now. Taken right back. Alley-oop. Stewart lays it up off the pass from Keenan. Lead back to 5. Sumter's been quiet offensively. He has 6 assists on just 3 shot attempts, though. No points as he's been dishing the ball. Jones missed the 3, so Jones back out there for Navy. Also Brady Neeson. Londell Lennon for the Marines checking in for Stewart. So Deontay Jones also back out there. Sit in. Here's a three, no good from Neeson. Into the front court, Moody. Morales seeing the most minutes of the tournament so far here today. He's fouled by Neeson. Delancey getting set to return for Navy. Sumter will come out. Morales to inbound. Lennon on the baseline. Moody bounced past to Lennon, blocked by VZ, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Navy. Baptiste inbound it. 11 to shoot. Baptiste to Lennon, and Lennon misses it. Jones hits it high off the glass and scores. And he is just a burst of energy off the bench for Navy and Micah Bonner. Moody. Morales catch and shoot three. Missed it short. Offensive rebound to Lennon. Keenan gets a screen. Can't get the jumper though. And away from the ball, we have a foul called on Navy. VZ called for the foul. That's 3 on Navy. 52 to 51 is the correct score. Marines by 1. John Gaddison coming back in for the Marines. Delancey back out there for Navy. Gaddison, a three. 55-51. Delancey to the bucket, threw it away, but Anderson there. Out to Jones, fakes the three, back out Anderson. A player hurt, Gaddison took a shot, he's down. So playing 5-on-4, and now the Marines. The officials will stop it as the Marines get the rebound. Gaddison shaken up. So Gaddison will come out, and Jordan Johnson will come in for him. Moody into the front court. Moody to Keenan, bounce passes it back to Johnson. The Marines and Navy meeting for the third time here in this tournament. And the second half has been a bit sloppy here in the bronze medal game. Delancey, his pass is deflected, and I mean it's like that greased watermelon, you know? Nobody can handle it. Neeson turnaround flip shot, no, by Anderson on the putback. And here comes the Marines. Moody over to Lennon, now Keenan. Baptiste will set it up, 14 to shoot. Baptiste turnaround shot off the back of the rim. Rebound fought for and won by Lennon. Had his shot blocked by Okamina. Keenan goes in and out and back in. Biggest lead for the Marines here this afternoon. His 6. Driving Delancey, the bounce pass Okamina, the reverse patient offense for Okamina. Here's Moody into the forecourt. Johnson on the right. 9 to shoot for the Marines here. Moody, nice move on Delancey. The bucket doesn't go. Tipped up, and the rebound to Okamina for Navy. Delancey brings it up, had his pocket picked, and then grabbed Moody. Team foul number 4 on Navy, 1 for the Marines. Delancey picks up his third. Some subs for Navy. Joshua Arnold coming in. So Arnold and Okamina out there with Jones, Sumter, and Delancey. Moody on the court with Lennon. Stewart's back out there. Gaddison also returning as he gets the bucket, and Johnson. So that's the 5 for both teams. Nearing the midway point of this second half. Sumter called for steps. And the ball goes back to the Marines. Good second half for them. Taking the 6-point lead after trailing by 5 at the half. Lennon. Okamina altering the shot, taking it away. Delancey pushes to Arnold, yes. Four-point game. That ball deflected out of bounds. They say last touch by the Marines. So another turnover. Navy will get it. Jones will inbound over on the far side. Sumter. Arnold, top of the key. Delancey for 3. Yes! Just like that, it's a 1-point game. 59-58. Moody into the forecourt, dribbles right. Looking for Lennon, and the pass off the mark. So back-to-back turnovers for the Marines. Past the midway point of this second half here in the bronze game. Navy looking to get the lead back. Sumter tripped up. That'll be team foul number 2 on the Marines. Gaddison called for the foul. Antonio Keenan coming into the game as Johnson departs for the Marines. 15 points for Mark Veazey. Deontay Jones has 12, the lead. Those are the leading scorers for Navy. Keem Anderson, 7 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals. Good day for him. Veazey also has 3 blocks. Sumter, first effort no, second no. Trying to follow it. It's comes back to him. Good hustle by Sumter, who gets on the board. That's his first, he had 4 points. I correct myself, so he's now got 6. And Navy leads by 1. Gaddison off the bench with 17 points for the Marines, 13 for Sean Stewart. Keenan's got 8. 48% shooting for Navy, 44% for the Marines. Plus 10 the points in paint to Navy. Second chance points, though, the Marines 19-5. The Marines 15 offensive rebounds. They're plus 4 in rebounding. Timeout as a foul is called, so we will step aside here just for a moment. Navy with the basketball. They lead by 1 here in the bronze game for the men. Earlier today, the Air Force defeating the Marines on the women's side of things. So the Air Force wins bronze for the 2nd straight year for the women. Navy trying to win bronze for the 2nd straight year as well. Moody will back it out, nearing 8.5 left to go. Krishima, glad to be back with you here in Texas. Lennon on the right side. Gaddison top of the key. And his pass taken away. Delancey goes straight to the hoop and scores. A run for Navy has them up by 3, inside 8 to play. Baptiste to the bucket, blocked. Lennon underneath draws the foul. That'll be the 5th team foul on Navy. Veazey's going to come back in. Troy Snyder also getting set to check back in. Look out. So Lennon at the line for 2. First free throw off the back of the rim. So coming in now is Sider, as I mentioned, Snyder, and Veazey. 1 out of 2 at the line, 62 to 60. Navy with the ball and the lead. Veazey, the fadeaway off the back of the rim. Moody will set up the offense. Gaddison for 3, yes. Where has this been? Gaddison averaged 1.5 minutes of playing time. He's come off the bench here today. Gaddison's got 20 points. Sider for 3, answers back. Steven Sider putting his team back up by 2, and look at this. Keenan right back down the court for the bucket, even at 65. So the intensity starting to pick up here. Sider tries another one, yes again. Moody into the front court, taken away by Sumter. Sumter at his pocket pick, but a reach called on Moody, I believe. So, Alter's on the bench basically to get some other guys some action, and Gaddison playing well. Sumter, it's raining threes for Navy. 71-65, approaching 6 minutes left to go, and a timeout by the Marines. We'll be right back. Well, Gaddison's come off the bench for the Marines to score 20 on 7 of 12 shooting. He leads all scorers, but Navy, 7 of 13 from downtown, shooting 49% from the field in the game. They lead by 6:11 left to go. It'll be the Marines with the basketball. Mark Veazey with 15 points. And 12 for Deontay Jones. Oh, Gaddison again. He can't miss. Sumter drives, scores. Moody. Gaddison for 3, and the rebound controlled by Jones. Sumter steps into a 3, grazes the rim. Gaddison. Bounce pass to Keenan. Rocket underneath looking for Lennon, and it's poked away. Last touched by Navy. Nearing 5 minutes left to go. Coming back in for Navy is Markel Delancey. Sider will go to the bench, hitting 2 3-pointers here in this second half. Nice pass. Navy was asleep. Keenan. The assist from Baptiste. Snyder fakes the 3, drives in, gets it out. Jones the triple and score. Jones now up to 15 points. And Navy starting to stretch it out a bit. Moody pull up from right of the lane, in and out. Jones the board. Sumter looking to push. Jones to Veazey, back out Sumter. Drives, splits the defense, throws it over right side. Snyder for 3, no. Jones has the rebound, out to Sumter, and he buries it. First double-digit lead of the game for either team. And it's Navy by 10, 79-69. Moody, top of the key. Pass deflected. Here comes Snyder, one-on-one with Moody, and Snyder will score. So Navy starting to pull away late here. And they're 3:45 away from a bronze. Still plenty of time for the Marines. Keenan is fouled. That's going to be team foul number 6 on Navy, so Sean Stewart coming in, Jordan Johnson for the Marines. Replacing Moody and Baptiste. Correction. Alter's going to the, or Keenan's going to the bench. Johnson on the right. Gaddison over to Stewart, fakes the 3, drives in, and draws the foul. So a chance for an old school 3-point play from Sean Stewart. There was 1 on the shot clock there. So that's 17 fouls on Navy. The Marines will be in the bonus over the final 3:22 of this one. Marines have 14 fouls. 3-point play incomplete. Delancey the rebound. Sumter kicks it out. Snyder from way downtown, an air ball. Here comes the Marines. Baptiste out on the run, got it to go. So the lead down to single digits again. Sumter over to Delancey. Delancey has Lennon on a switch, and now Gaddison fouls Veazey, and that's a smart play because Veazey was going to get an easy bucket. Veazey's got 1'3" on Gaddison. Veazey 6'11" and Gaddison 5'8". That three, no good. Rebound to the Marines, so the Marines not done yet. Stewart underneath, the reverse from Lennon. And the lead is 6. 2:20 left to play here in the ball game. Sumter. And away from the ball, another foul called on Gaddison. That's going to be the 6th on the Marines. So Deontay Jones to inbound it, and he'll go to the far side of your screen. Jones on the court with Sumter. Delancey, Jones for 3, missed it back rim. Snyder, who pulls down the offensive rebound, and Veazey. Snyder blocks, stays with it. Left open, way off. That's going to be off of Navy, out of bounds to the Marines. 1:57 left to go. Akeem Anderson's going to come in for Troy Snyder. Johnson on the court with Gaddison, Sean Stewart, also Baptiste and Lennon. That's the 5 for the Marines as Gaddison will let it roll. Inside 2 minutes to go, 2-possession game. That ball deflected. They say it was touched by Navy. Gaddison steps right, the 3 way too strong. Jones the rebound, throws full court. Sumter. So Derek Sumter makes it an 8-point game. Gaddison. Here's Baptiste. Gaddison gets it back to him on the tip pass. Baptiste to the bucket, missed it short. Sean Stewart the rebound. Stewart will score. Let's see if the Marines start to foul here with 1:09 left to go. Still playing defense. 2-possession game. If they get a stop and a bucket here, then you might start to see them try to extend it. We'll see. Jones lost it, so that's the stop they need. Now they need a bucket. Baptiste goes in, and he'll go to the line. Brian Baptiste, 3 out of 4 from the charity stripe here today. Got the first. Keenan and Moody both checking into the ball game. Stewart and Gaddison will come out. Baptiste, it's the second to go. Timeout by the Marines. So we got a ball game going, 48.4 seconds. We'll be right back. 48.4 left on the clock in a 4-point game. So Navy will have the basketball. Possession arrow favors the Marines. 18 fouls for Navy, 6 for the Marines. 22 points for Gaddison. He comes back in. Try to trap Delancey. Navy able to break the press. Pass deflected and taken away, and now Navy with a foul. Are you kidding me? Anderson with a silly foul. He's going to give free throws to the Marines. So now if the Marines can get these 2 free throws, they don't need the foul because there's 7.8 seconds difference between game and shot clock. They could play it out. 4th foul on Anderson. We've seen a lot of those here in the tournament. Fouling with your team in the lead. Can't capitalize. Baptiste misses. Extra possession, though, for the Marines, so hold on. And they threw it away. Jones with the steal. Jones wisely backs it out, and Sumter will be held. Well, not the prettiest of finishes. That's team foul number 7, so Derek Sumter will go to the line. Sumter, 83% from the charity stripe, so this is who you want if you're Navy. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. Still a 2-possession game. Sumter got them both, so a 6-point lead for Navy. Keenan throws full court to Moody. Moody goes to the hoop, can't get it. Baptiste, yes, and another foul on Navy. So a chance to make it a 1-possession game for Baptiste. Baptiste missed earlier. 9th team foul on Navy. Gets it to bounce in. 1-possession game with 19 seconds. Sumter, Troy Snyder, Jones. Oh boy, Veazey's all alone. And Veazey puts the exclamation point on it. Gonna have to go quickly. Gaddison forces, can't get it to go. Keenan gets it back to him. Fires, no. It's thrown to Moody, and that will do it. 87-82. Navy wins its 3rd of the tournament, and they win the bronze for the 2nd straight year. Well, tip your cap to the Marines. Went 0-7 in the tournament last year, stepping up big, winning a couple here today, but it's Navy's day as they win by 5. Folks, Army-Navy for the Women's Championship is coming up in 20 minutes. So come on back for that. Once again, your final score, Navy 87, the Marines 82. We'll talk to you again here in just a little bit.